guys, Nutrimail sent me another package. This is the paddle set, and this is for our 12 days of Christmas baking. They're sending me this so I can show you how to use all of these. This is the cookie paddles, and then we have the cake paddles, and then this is the bowl scraper. And I already have the wire whip blades right here. I already have those. And then I have the bread hook. So we're going to be using these to do our 12 days of Christmas baking. And I can't wait to show you guys how they all work. So here they are. We're going to do day 1 of our 12 days of baking, our 12 days of Christmas baking. And today we're going to start with the classic. We're going to do chocolate chip cookies today. So I prefer to use my dough hook because if you can see on all of these, they say do not use with cold butter. I worry I'm going to break them. This is softened butter, but I just prefer to use this that's dirty right now because I needed brown sugar for this recipe and I didn't have any more, so I had to make some more. So, but we're going to start with 3 sticks of butter. They're all softened. If you can see, they're very, very squishy. So we're going to stick these in first. Okay, and then once we get these in, this is salted butter, so I omit the salt because I just prefer salted butter. That's what I buy, or that's what I make usually too. So there's 3 sticks of butter, and then we're gonna need a 1/2 cup of regular cane sugar. Cup, and then we're going to need 1 1/3 cups of brown sugar. And again, I just made this, so and I don't, when I make it, I don't make sure every last bit of molasses gets mixed in because it doesn't really matter to me. I just take my cane sugar and I add a couple tablespoons of molasses to it, and then I get my brown sugar. So, and I get all of my stuff usually from Azure, or I have a local place. It's called Back to Basics. That's right down the road from us, and they also offer bulk things. So we're gonna put our guard in place. This is my Bosch mixer. You can do, I think it's 408 cookies in one batch. So since we're doing holiday baking, I bake a lot of things in doubles or triples, and so that I have an excess so I can gift it. So we're just gonna whip this together until it's light and fluffy. So this is what it looks like right now before we add in any other ingredients. That's just our sugars, and that is our butter. So next we're gonna add in our eggs, which I usually crack mine in a different bowl, but I didn't grab one today, so. I have 2 eggs. Then we need a tablespoon of vanilla. This is the vanilla I get from Azure. It's 4-fold vanilla, so it's 4 times as potent. It's my favorite vanilla. 1 tablespoon, okay. And then we're gonna add a teaspoon of baking soda. I buy mine in bulk again at Azure, so I usually put some in a jar so I don't have to tote the whole bag out every time. So we're gonna whip this together till it's fully mixed. So that's what it should look like, and then we're gonna turn it off, and then we're gonna add our flour. Okay, so now we're gonna add our flour. We need 4 cups of flour. Now this is a thicker dough, so sometimes I'll use the bread hook instead after this to mix in the chocolate chips. 3. Okay, so we're gonna mix that in. There is a second guard, I just haven't put it back on. Okay, and then we're gonna add in our chocolate chips. We're using the mini chocolate chips. These are the Aldi brand. You can get them at Azure as well. This is what it looks like when it's all mixed together. And then we're just going to put it on a pan and put it in the oven. Okay, so the oven is already preheated. We're gonna take this off. And no, go out there for right now, please. I wanna get this done. Okay, and then we're gonna take 2, probably like that much, I don't know, a little bit bigger than a golf ball. I'd say that's 2 heaping tablespoons. And then we're gonna kind of just form it into a ball. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I push the tops down and kind of push that into it so that the top of it has a ton of chocolate chips. And then we just put it on the pan. And you repeat that until the pan is completely done. If you're looking for big cookie sheets like these, they have them on Azure's website as well. This is the Nordic Ware brand. It's made in the USA. I like that, but they are kind of pricey, but this thing has been such a champ with everything I put it through. Baking, cooking dinners, sheet pan meals, everything. I'm gonna pull this out. There we go. This is the cookie paddle ones, which are right here. I left all those out for you guys to see. Just put that right there too. Okay, now that all these are on here, we're gonna bake them at 350 for between 10 and 15 minutes. They'll still be a little soft when you pull them out, but I'll show you. So here's how they turned out. I prefer this size when I have very few people to give it to, but really you can make them in any size. I'm gonna bake these up next so you guys can see how they turn out. They're teeny compared to the other ones I made, and I love those because you can get a bunch of them and put them in a baggie and then put them in as treats. here's the mini ones. This is what size they start out as. And then look at how cute they are. I love gifting this size because you can put them in bags and put them in the treat box that way. And they're perfect size for kids.